looking back on my experiences and everything I learned in my like formative development years as a kid doing theater, and all of the different things that I learned, like just beyond being a performer, but just like, being a confident person and public speaking and like those kinds of things, exposure to the arts that young. Um, I think I look back on and was like, that was so impactful to me as a kid. So I too wanted to then be involved in that process for others. I'm the number one cheerleader for like, yeah, Westchester Theater, do it. Because I think all of the programming there is so well done. And I've learned a lot from everything I did there. One thing that I benefited and loved actually about the Westchester Theater program when I was there was that we were not forced, but kind of into learning all of the different elements of theater. So like, we had to learn how to hang a light, and we had to learn how sound worked, and we had to learn how a director's process is. And like, you learn all of the little things so that you're not just like, you're not just kind of nearsighted, you're very open minded, and you know all of the different elements and how all of those different things fit together. So that when you're then being something like a production manager or stage manager in that regard, you have the eyes to see all of the different things, truly, because you have knowledge, and you've done and have practical work in those things. So my biggest thing is just learn as much as you can about the industry as a whole, like every little exposure you can get, even if you don't want to be like, you don't want to be like a fly person or a run crew person in the back, you should still try it once. You should do it once for the exposure and the experience, because then you will have that knowledge and that hindsight of being like, oh yeah, I feel for you. Like when something falls from the ceiling and almost kills a person, you can be like, I've been there. No. We create community through excellent theater. So like our whole goal is to, yeah, our whole goal is to enrich community, and community is king, and community is what we do. I, like every good theater person, have had lots of other side hustle jobs, being a server, working in retail, whatever, you name it. I've probably worked it at some point in my life. Um, and in that way, you meet just people and you work with different people. And that is a big part of being what I think is a successful like manager, being able to critique and have people respect you because you care and you're invested in them and their success. And I think the best way to do that is literally just work with people. Like do jobs in which you have to work with people, and that will be beneficial to you in the theater world as well, because there's like people come from all over the world, all over the realm of gender, sex, identity, all of that. So you just like meeting different people and working with different people and just learning how to people.